Hey everybody, just sitting here, here's a disaster. Oh well, I'm human. Um, I'm kind of getting addicted to this webcam thing. I used to not want anybody to see what I look like or anything like that because I used to be not happy with how I looked. One of my goals this year has been to enjoy the way I look. In fact, specifically, it was to get used to and like the way I look naked. Not there yet. I don't really like my weight, but I'm working on it. Um, and even not so much weight loss. Working on being happy with where I am, however I am. Um, being happy with the body I'm in because it's me. And it's not gonna last forever. This is driving me nuts. I'm gonna take off my glasses. See, no glare. Um, but I really, it's like the last couple of years have been me finding who I really am, and me dealing with that and releasing it out to everybody else, even though that's been kind of a interesting transition for me. But so as I've been finding that and getting everybody else used to this as me, I've been finding a real big part of that is I need to like who I am, and need to like the parts of me that even aren't real great. Like I have a tendency to be a little whiny sometimes, or be a brat, and I don't like that part of me. I do have a tendency to kind of write off things and say, you know what, I don't need to deal with that right now. I think that's a little bit of survivor mode too, with being a single parent. But it's all good. I get so used to doing this. I talk too much. I really do. I think too much. All of this. I overthink everything. In fact, I always get whenever I get bad grades in a test, it's because I go back and I change stupid answers. I change them because I overthink it, and then I get the answers wrong when in fact I had the right answers in the first place. That drives me nuts. I don't know what time is it. It's like 11:15. I slept all day. In fact, I overslept and panicked because I'm supposed to actually be going to pick up my girls at 4. I woke up and it was 5:15. I had 2 different alarms set. I even missed a phone call. I guess the Y called me, but I missed that, and I don't know why. Because I've just been so exhausted lately. Put me in the grave tired, and I don't know why. But I think I've been stressed, and I think that's a big part of it. And then forgetting to pick them up really stressed me out a lot more, because I've been really struggling with this concept of me not being a good mom. My parents had liked to tell me this, that I'm not a good mom. They're different today for some reason. They're actually helpful and nice to me. But they always seem to tell me that I'm not a good mom. It was different when the kids were babies, though. Maybe I'm just better with babies. Like they always said, "Oh yeah, you're a good mom," and but then all of a sudden, it really kind of coincided with me coming out with my sexuality. Then all of a sudden, because I like everybody, I don't really see gender. I don't really see gender much at all. I don't think about it. It doesn't run through my head, boy, boy, girl, 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 boy, boy. With romantic partners, I just don't see it. Now, I'll say my son, I'll be like, oh yeah, you're all boy. But it's all a spectrum, because he's just as happy putting on a pair of pink sunglasses and wandering around in a purple shirt. But it's kind of interesting how that coincided with that. And then just here recently, at the beginning of the summer, I finally had the guts to put on my Facebook page as my religion being pagan. And that just started a whole hullabaloo downward spiral that I'm hoping is kind of settling itself out. What time do I have here? Okay. But I think that one's okay now. I think they know that I'm serious about this, and I've kind of explained to them it's not peer pressure. My family has always thought that I'm just this little naive thing that's going to give in to all types of peer pressure. And what they don't understand is I have the friends I have because we're similar, because I know I can tell them things, because I know that they see life the same way I do. And that's why my friend, and they don't seem to understand that my sexuality was set when I was born, that my faith I picked up in high school and just kind of pretended with the Christianity to make people happy. It never fit. Christianity never fit right. And I'm not downgrading Christianity. I'm not bashing it, because I do know that some of you are, that some of you do identify as Christian. And don't be afraid to come out as such. People might question, oh, how can you be? But you know what? If you know your own religion, you can sit there and go, well, this is why I am. I believe this, I believe that, I believe this. And you don't have to sit there and question, well, why don't you believe the same way I do? That drives me nuts. Jehovah's Witnesses, they're so funny. I've got I've got these window markers, and the kids have like marked all over my windows and everything. It's awesome. But I've got a pentagram drawn on my window, and the other day the kids and I were outside, and Levi found one of the little "Have you found Jesus" pamphlets from the actually it was I think it was Jehovah's Witness. No, it was the Mormons. It was Church of Latter-day Saints. But that was under my mat. They didn't even bother knocking on the door. I'm not a scary person. I hang out with witches, but I'm not a scary person. I do refer to myself as pagan, and I kind of follow a little bit more the Wiccan side of things. But I don't really feel the need or the urge to refer to myself as being a witch. I don't think that's where my fit is. And I think it's very personal what you choose to call yourself, whether you choose to call yourself Christian or Buddhist or anything like that. I know some people who they refuse to call themselves Christians because they don't like the connotations that come with being Christian. They call themselves a follower of Christ, which I think is just awesome, because Christianity as it is originally written is a beautiful thing. It's truly love your neighbors, truly don't judge other people. But like churches of today seem to have gotten that mixed up and confused, and they're like, judge, judge, judge. And it's all so messed up and confused, and no wonder Christians get such a bad rap now. And I don't think that's it at all. People think that because I'm pagan that I must hate Christians. Are you insane? I love people. I adore people. I can't even consider myself really a people person, because believe it or not, I'm kind of shy sometimes. But I just think people are marvelous. People as a whole are marvelous, flawed, gorgeous individuals. And it bugs me when people start talking about not being perfect and stuff like that. And it's like, why the hell would you want to be perfect? Be flawed. I've got a gigantic nose. Do you see this thing? Oh well. It's just one of my things. It's people are flawed. People are gorgeous, wonderful. Flawed individuals create the best things in the world. I truly believe that. And don't you dare let anybody tell you that you are less than somebody else, because you're flawed. Everybody is flawed in some way. And the quicker we see that, the quicker everything will be okay, If we could just stop hating on people, God, that would be awesome, If we could all sit here and go, you're weird, but so am I, but that's okay. Think how cool this world would be.